Hello everyone, this video response is my response and feelings about the Rock versus John Cena feud going into WrestleMania 28 this year. And just to pretty much go off and say, pretty much so far this entire year, at least for this and for this storyline, I feel at this point it's been nothing more than a colossal waste of our time and building into a match this year that we're getting that should have probably happened last year at WrestleMania 27, at least in my own personal opinion. I mean, seriously. Over the last year, especially after the match was made, the night after WrestleMania, we've seen Rock on a live television show. I mean, live and in person, not via video or satellite or anything like that. We've seen him live at the events, what, 3 times? You had the Raw for his birthday, the Raw before Survivor Series, and then Survivor Series, and then before that you only saw him 3 times before WrestleMania 27, before and after the whole WrestleMania 27, with, you know, him being announced as the guest host the week before WrestleMania and the night after WrestleMania. So we've seen him a total of 6 times live in the shows, and quite frankly, like I said, I felt like last year was probably the best time for them to do this match, because they could have done so much more with John Cena going after the match was done with, and doing something different for this year at WrestleMania. And for all honesty, for all the feuds John Cena's had over the past year, waiting for this match with The Rock, you've had what, one meaningful storyline that related to his storyline with The Rock, and that's been his most recent one with Kane. And so at this aspect, it only feels like he's only been in one real feud all year. And don't get me wrong, probably his best feud of the year was with CM Punk. But how much more, how much more important would that feud would have been for him, CM Punk, and the company as a whole if you didn't know he was already facing The Rock going into WrestleMania 28? How much more would that have been to, even though it's really kickstarted CM Punk's career, how much more would that feud would have done for him, John Cena, and the company if the fans didn't know that he was already doing this match at WrestleMania 28. In all honesty, they should never have announced it the night after WrestleMania 27. If anything, put it on the back burner, give a few little tidbits here and there when you have, a Twitter shot or a little video from The Rock or something, and then do the whole thing that they did at Survivor Series. Do that the night after Survivor Series, then make the match. But seriously, it felt like a full-on waste of a year, mostly because you can't even get The Rock to show up on Raw because of his busy schedule that he has making movies. And it's just been a colossal waste of time. You've pretty much had a Twitter war the entire year. You've had them in the same building, what, 3 times? And it's just been a colossal waste, and honestly a horrible storyline for going into WrestleMania. And in my personal opinion, it's probably going to be a mediocre match, even though it's going to be the main event match. Because honestly, Rock and Cena are exactly the same in the ring. Both of them thrive off of getting beaten up and then coming back. If anything, you can think of it this way. Rock is the Attitude Era's 5 Moves of Doom, if that, and Cena is this current era's 5 Moves of Doom. And in all honesty, same type of person in the ring, maybe with a little bit more overselling from The Rock than from what you would get from John Cena, but seriously, same type of person in the ring performing. So you're probably going to get a mediocre match at best, maybe even a pathetic match at worst. But honestly, I felt like this entire last year with this feud going into WrestleMania 28 has just been nothing more than a colossal waste of our time, and we're not even going to get a great match out of it, at least in my own personal opinion. So yeah, you've pretty much gotten my opinions of what I thought of The Rock and John Cena feud so far. Hopefully things will pick up in the last month going after Elimination Chamber on Sunday, and hopefully you'll see The Rock more than one time before WrestleMania going into the WrestleMania match. So maybe something more can be built up out of this feud. But otherwise, it's just been a colossal waste of our time. And yeah, that's my own personal opinions about this feud. You can agree or disagree with what I have said here. You can make a comment if you do watch, and I do thank you guys for watching this.